Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Blueprints. It is day 27, and I'm gonna get drafting. I discovered a misunderstanding about the ballroom. I had always read it as set your diamonds to twice as many diamonds, but it's just set it to 2. I walked in with 4 and it went down to 2, so a ballroom would net you 2 diamonds if you had 0 currently. Now I know. Whenever you enter the ballroom. So I could spend these 2 diamonds and then walk back into the ballroom and get 2 more. That's why it's useful. Okay, I need to pay more attention to the words that appear on the screen. I'm learning. Greetings from Reddington. There's a postcard here. Is there a safe hidden in this room somewhere that I haven't found? I feel like it would be inside this closet. Is there a way to open this up? Maybe some remote mechanism? Maybe in order to figure out what I need from the Reddington postcard is to have read a Sightseer's Guide. So let's check that book out next. That seems good to me. Okay, this could be good. Locker room. Spread keys throughout the house, and I have 7 keys. This is the first time I've been here with more than 1 key. There's lots of locks to open. Let's at least open a few of them. I've already opened the leftmost one. This one is empty. Like, it might just be random stuff. This one has some money. But I feel like it would be good to know. There's 3 locked locks here, 3 locked locks here. These are just to show me the picture. So there's 2 locks here, 3 locks here. Are any of them special? This one doesn't have a lock on it, but I also can't open it. It spends a lot of keys, but I'm gonna finish out this whole first set of lockers, just in case like there's a particular locker that always has something. That way, each time I come through with some keys, I can try to... Oh, hello! Where is the rumored room 46? It's not rumored. Moon pendant, a connection. Theorized locations. North of the antechamber. Yeah, that's the obvious spot. Below the foundation, that's not where it is, but we're going to need to go below the foundation in order to get the moonstone and go through the final door of the antechamber that's marked by the moonstone, I think. Full house of 45 rooms and... something like by the river or something, the outside room maybe. That's not it. Secret door and tomb. I've been looking for the tomb because it's marked on my underground map and I have not found it yet. I imagine I might need the sledgehammer to break the wall of the secret garden to get outside the manor in like the backyard area is my guess, but I don't actually know. And doesn't exist. Red herring. Leaning toward this. Grotto. And fish. Interesting about the grotto. Fish I've only seen in the aquarium, I think, which I've emptied and refilled. Grotto. Alright, well, this one's getting a screenshot for sure. And I said I was going to finish this side, and so I am going to finish this side, but perhaps we finally got information out of the locker room. Apples are nice. And this one was empty. Okay, so the first 6 lockers that are in the first set on the left, I have now opened all of them. Great. The bell just rang. I've heard that a couple times before. I thought it meant I was getting low on steps. This time I am definitely not getting low on steps. Why did a bell just ring? I might have a chessboard going here. Let me check my notes. Yes, if I draft the office, I have the entire chessboard, so... I need 2 gems, but I have a way to get them... Oh, but I can't get them right now. Crap. So I need to redraft the office. So for now... Gonna have to go back through the ballroom to get gems. I have an upgrade disc I need to run by security. I do have 52 steps left. Let's just use the West Wing Hall for now to keep everything open. And I could step in there. I'll need to step in there later. There's a dig spot because I got the root cellar and a shovel today. But we're gonna have to try to draft the office after I run by security and the ballroom to get a couple more gems again. Let's use my upgrade disc. What do we get today? Bunk room. I don't use this one too much since it's a dead end, but if you have exactly 2 hallways, double your keys. It's kind of weird. Exactly 2 green rooms, double your gems. Exactly 2 shops, double your whatever. None of these are great, honestly. 2 green rooms are easy to spot on the map, and that might be about the map that I have when I do the bunk room, so we'll do this. Alright. So, kind of a minor upgrade, but I'll take what I can get. Now to go get some who's beeping? Keys have been spent throughout... I forgot about that. Okay, in which case I should take the house inventory, since I'm here. View estate inventory. There are 4 keys and a coin that I missed somewhere. Okay. Keep your eye out for keys. Metal detector will help. Oh, and while I'm here, I should pick up dinner. Which today we have... porterhouse steak. I don't have a showroom. 20 steps should be plenty. So now when I step into the ballroom, yeah, I'm up to 2 gems again. Veranda will use my gems but keeps me going, so I'm going to use the gems, and before I even go in there, I need to walk back to the ballroom and get some more gems. Alright, on the veranda. Got another key, that's nice. Sledgehammer. Alright. More digging spots. Deposit box key, so a vault could be good. Coin. And what do we have here? Conference room lets me go straight on through to draft another room, which is the thing I need the most, so we're taking it. Gymnasium, I've already got the lights turned off, so this will give me one more chance to try to find the office up in the corner. Oh, and there's some car keys sitting here in the gymnasium. I don't know that that's of use to me. I do have a key card. So let's try to draft the office. I did not get the music room. And I don't have any doors left to me. So I need to re-roll and hope to get the office. And we did not. Is there anything else useful I could potentially do today? I think not really. I'm going to draft the servants' quarters just because I've only had it like one time. No, I've had it multiple times. That's right. Oh, I didn't get the vault for vault key 304. Shovel is valuable, but being able to pull that out of a coat check, I don't use the coat check all that often. That requires finding the vault and finding the coat check. That seems not as good. Key card could also be a good thing. I'm gonna leave the shovel in there. Alright, I'll be able to retrieve that another day. But at this point, I'm ready once again to call it a day. Archaeological Manor, 26 excavated dig spots. Okay, that's fun. On to day 28, wish me luck. Well, the next day, it looks like I'm going to be taking out the coat check because I just drafted the courtyard, so there's 5 dig spots here. How convenient. Since I had the shovel, I decided to come out to see if I could draft the root cellar. I can't, but the shrine, I actually have some money already. Let's try making an offering at the shrine. Let's see what it does for us. Alright. Beneficial blessing that will last for several days. Let's put in 10 money. Confirm. Does it tell me about the blessing? You have the blessing of the general. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red runes, gain 5. That lasts for 3 days. That's never gonna happen. 5 ranks containing red rooms. Like, that's taking a lot of penalties just to get 5 gems. So that blessing sucked. Alright, I got the bell ringing sound again. It happened last time in this room as well, in rank 8. Oh, it's the dinner bell. It's telling me that I reached rank 8 and I have a dining room, and so dinner is ready. Okay, I'm glad those happened like back to back. If I hover over Blessing of the General, no, I can click on it. It tells me what it is. Okay, in any case, our new book is here, which is pretty exciting. But first, I want to eat this delicious apple. Yum. A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington was shipped out by Anne Babbage, the house manager, Lord Evanson, who we don't know much about, I don't think, and Lowry. I think I've seen a note from Lowry, who was like a guest at some point. All right, so let's discover what's in here together. Introduction. There's the postcard. I don't think there's anything interesting there. All right, Botanical Gardens. There's a picture of Ilex ex Messervier, which is a species of holly unique to Reddington's mountains. We've seen the holly theme, and Mount Holly is the name of the place or whatever. This is why it was checked out by Lord William Epson, Featherfall Keep, the former home of Epson. 1951 and 1972 were at least some possibilities. All right, moving on. Trinsdale Lake, 100 Spells Tea Room. That was the last place that Marigold was seen before she disappeared on a Friday, I believe. So that's interesting. Mount Holly has a hiking trail, apparently. I wonder if that's something that we've seen like the map of on the globe or something. But in any case, also talks about the Mount Holly estate. Next we have Mainway Station Bazaar. Okay, still don't think I'm getting anything out of this page. And then here's a map. Okay, Reddington. Mount Holly is to its south. Trinsdale Lake is up to the north. There's also Mount Perma, Featherfall Keep, 100 Bells, Berms End, Arius River, the Botanical Gardens, Mission Station Bazaar. Okay. And what's that thing on the south? It's hard for me to read. All right, but that's the entirety of the book. I feel like, 1972 historical landmark. Maybe that's going to be the code that enters a safe, but we never found the safe in that room with the Reddington postcard. But there was the big bureau that you can't open, and so there's probably a way to bust it open or something, and there's a safe in there. That's my guess. And just to give you a sense, apparently I've spent 22 hours in this game, 28 days. Average day, 47 minutes. There's some more stats. There's some more stats. There's some more stats. So I've screwed up 3 parlors. And the billiards room, I always solve the dartboards because it's just math. All right, we have 8 upgrade discs already. Wow. 3 red letters. Okay, neat. And remind me what's over here in terms of the whatnot and the etc. Scrapbook. Does this have any new things? Right, it just tells you. Alright. I always take the Great Hall, apparently. Den is good. Passageway is expensive and useful. Spent the most time in the office. Makes sense. Finally figured that out, though. Oh, contraptions I've made. It reminds you. Okay, so sledgehammer, battery pack, and the lever is a power hammer. Lockpick and metal detector is a sound amplifier. Master key, 80 gold, paid in full, largest purchase. I'm not sure what those are going to be. Okay, so I read the book, and the holly bush thing is here, maybe. Maybe was that there before? I don't remember. Most avoided plans. Greenhouse. You're more likely to draw green rooms. Okay. And the study. There's actually a safe in the study, so I need to get back there. Indoor nursery. Yeah, dead-end rooms, though. I don't like taking. Classroom, highest grade 3. Okay, so this is what these blank pages were. Okay. Every once in a while it'll be useful to go back there just to kind of get some memory of things that we've done and possibly some refreshers of things that we ought to try to do. But for now I'm going back to drafting. This house is also not going very well. Alright, so out of luck once again. I checked the shovel. I'm going to call it a day. A sizable manor. So I got a treasure map. This manor is kind of already dead, but I'm pretty sure the treasure map, yeah, points here. And I checked out my shovel. This looks like the spot. Time to start digging. What do we get this time? Oh, it has a bunch of gems. Alright, 8 gems. That's kind of cool, I guess. Master bedroom. I can't remember if I've ever been in here. And since this manor is kind of dead anyway, yeah, I don't think I've ever been in here before. There's probably a safe in here. Also, herb. The controls for the foundation elevator are located behind the foundation wall. Yay, I found that a long time ago. From a room adjacent. Unclear if it's a security feature or a flaw. Please advise. Alright. There's a typewriter. Appears to have standard QWERTY keys. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but now you must know that... I wonder if the magnifying glass would show anything. There's a lockpick kit here. That's kind of nice. There's still a chance I could draft a workshop and possibly be able to check a useful item for next time. I think I only have like 1 doorway left, though, and half the manor's cut off. Okay, if I think there might be... Oh, the coat of arms. Which once again says 1213. Also, something's beeping. Oh, it's one of these permanent upgrade thingies. More fun for the family. And it maybe explains it. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, change the color of that tile and surrounding squares, make all 4 tiles into white, all 4 corners into white squares. Alright, Morajai boxes. Alright. Neat. So when I press a button, when I press a white button, it rotates things around. When I press the black buttons, nothing happens. So if I want white to get in... Oh, I see. It's lights out. Because every puzzle game has to have lights out. Those are the rules. Alright, so I managed to get 3 of them. I mean, it's not exactly lights out, but it's kind of lights out. So I press this and it toggles the 2 next to it. Is that what it is? Alright, all 4 corners are there, but unfortunately this is also here. But if I do this and this, if I do that, then I get all these. And then I do this and I win, right? No, because these are here too. Right. Okay, I can figure this out, right? I'm a smarty pants. Yeah, I keep doing this. Yeah, in order to get all 4 in the corner, the move prior has to be everything lit up, I think. So that I can press the middle button. Except every time I press a button... Also, white is apparently this little semicircle shape. I need to make a note of that. But as I was saying, every time I press a button, it causes that square to turn off. Is that always true? Yes. Which means the puzzle's impossible, right? Because if I'm trying to get 4 in the corners, the only way to light up a corner is to... Hold on. It toggles all the ones around it, right? Yeah. So the only way to light up a corner is to press one of these, which means the one of these has to already be white. And if that was the final state, I would have to have like 2 black ones. So like this one has 2 black ones to light up the 2 corners, and everything else would have to be solved. So I could press this at the end to solve these 2. And so I'd have to just get to a plate where I solve these 2. In which case I want just 2 on the outside would be 2 steps away from a solution, because then I could press one and then press the other. So I almost have that here, but this guy is a problem. This might do it, because now you go this way. I need 2 of you to disappear. Here we go. But now if I do this, there we go. And now that's 2 steps away from the solution I just said, because that lights up those, and now this lights up those. There we go. I won. I won, right? The goal was to get them all in the corners. But there's no prize? The goal of each box is to find a way to make all... Maybe this is the tutorial puzzle. Regional variants introduce new colors and mechanics. So maybe this was the tutorial for the puzzle that I already solved in the shelter or whatever it was. I really thought this was going to open up and give me a prize, and now I'm sad about it. There's nowhere else to click on it, right? And if I click one of these, it just goes back to being the puzzle? Yeah. Okay, rats. What's still beeping at me? There's cannons in here, by the way. And a book. Oh, it's the Red Prince. Oh, this one, however, is signed. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me, ever grateful, Mary. And there's something I might need the magnifying glass. I think the magnifying glass was on sale in this manner for just 4 money. So I can come back here with the magnifying glass and read it. So I should definitely do that. And I think now there's only 2 different rooms that I've never gotten. Because this was... I think there were 3 rooms I was missing before. And still, what's beeping? Oh, there's a coin here. Alright, I got the coin. Is there anything else in here? So I want to come back with the magnifying glass. Where am I right now? And the commissary is just around the corner. And do I have 4 money? I do. Except for I'm going to lose 1 in the chapel. Rats. So I won't have enough money in the commissary to buy the magnifying glass. So just in case it's readable without the magnifying glass, I better take a screenshot of this now at full resolution. And there's a photo. Okay. Simon, Mary, and presumably Daniel Jones? Is that his name? Possibly? At some not completely modest house. And I should read the description for the master bedroom. H.S. Sinclair's own room, though perhaps you may soon consider it your own. Which is why my family picture is there now. Also... Yeah, I know that. Like, I feel like this is another room that would be likely to contain a safe, and I guess in theory it could be in here or in here, but I don't know how to open such things. Alright, well in the rest of the manor I managed to get some money, so let's go ahead and buy the magnifying glass and head back in and take a closer look at the book. I spread money from the office, so there must be a coin on the floor or something. But in here, magnifying glass. P.S. They made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. Okay. Ah, yeah, and here's some coins. But another day that was mostly kind of a failure. We had an ordinary villa, but we did find a new room, the master bedroom. Which looks like one that maybe you're intended to find much earlier. In any case, I'm going to say I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more blueprints. For now, bye-bye.